Everything we do must be with purpose. And so every one of us must ask ourselves, what is my specific purpose on this earth? Yes, everybody's here for worship, and life is a test, and Allah created us to have mercy. But me, specifically, what is my purpose? Do you think that everyone has a specific purpose? Of course. It is disgusting to imagine Allah would create something or someone without purpose. تعالى الله عن العبث علوا كبيرا. So now you must wonder, let me ask you the question. What was the purpose Allah created Bilal ibn Rabah for? I'll repeat the question because it's getting warm in this room and you guys are getting sleepy. What was the purpose Allah created Bilal ibn Rabah for? Okay, you're saying, okay, symbol that is the skin color doesn't matter in Islam. No, what was the specific function that Bilal played in society? What was the role, the job description that he had every day, day in, day out? Yes. He called to prayer. Did he just call with his voice? Did he just have a nice voice? That's the only way he called to prayer? No, Bilal radiallahu anhu lived salah like nobody else. Which is why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says to him one day, a very shocking hadith. Ya Bilal, O Bilal, tell me what secret deed you do. He hears the footsteps of this man in Jannah. What do you think he did? Yes. He says, O Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, nothing special about me, but every time I do wudu, I pray 2 units of prayer. He was a man who embodied salah, called to salah with his voice and with his actions. That was his role. He was the salah ambassador in society. Some of you here have specific skills. Skills that you find yourself, they call it the flow state. The way you know the thing Allah created you for. You find it comes very natural for you. Many people wonder, what am I supposed to do? Especially A-levels, college, university time. Who am I? What am I meant to do on this earth? Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah has a book called Tuhfatul Mawdud bi Ahkam al-Mawlud. It's about parenting and the rulings around children. And in that, he has a section around how to help your children find their purpose. And he says, try out different things with your children. Get them to do reading, writing, memorization, horse riding, archery, swimming, and just observe them. If you see that they very naturally take to horse riding and physical activity, etc., then let them do that. And if you see them instead naturally curious, intelligent, asking questions, memorizing, reading, wanting to learn, wanting to study, wanting to know what's deeper, prepare them for ilm and knowledge. So Ibn al-Qayyim, rahimahullah, he would not do what most South Asians do, which is when their child is born, they say, this one will be a doctor, engineer, lawyer, accountant. No, he said, watch them, observe them, see what naturally comes to them, and then push them towards that, invest in that, because that's the thing they will do amazingly. Now, did the Prophet ﷺ do this, or did he force people to do things against their nature? No, what the Prophets did, ﷺ, he would help people find their specific purpose. He would let them try different things, and he would see there's one thing this person is amazing at. Bilal was the ambassador for Salah. Khalid ibn al-Walid, military strategist. Hassan ibn Thabit, sorry? He was a poet. Was he a poet before Islam? Yes. He was one of the greatest of poets. What happened after Islam? He found his role as the PR wing for the Prophet ﷺ. You know, today, or back in the day, or in recent times, there was such a thing as rap battles. Yes? They would use poetry recited very quickly in order to attack one another. Same way, the Quraysh would use poetry in order to attack the Prophet ﷺ. And Hassan ibn Thabit would prepare the response, the press release. That was his role. He used his skill that he already was great at, he was already phenomenal at, but now he's using it for what? For the establishment of the deen, for the building of this world, for the service and the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many of us think that the only way to serve Allah is all of us have to become scholars. But not all of us are made that way. Not all of us find that natural. Not all of us find that easy. We were all made for different things. Allah placed within us different talents, different skills. And the greatest moment in your life is when you realize this is what Allah created me for. And now I'm going to go all in and I'm going to serve Allah through this. What was Aisha radiallahu anha extremely talented at? Knowledge. Aisha radiallahu anha was one of the greatest scholars from the Prophet's companions. She had extremely photographic memory and audio memory. She would memorize, you say something, one sentence, she's memorized it. That's not normal. If you have that skill, please become a scholar. Yes, there are people like that. They have abnormal memories. They have phenomenal intelligence. They should use that for the purposes of serving Allah through knowledge and scholarship. But there were other female companions of the Prophet ﷺ. Anybody can tell me what were the roles and purpose played by other companions, female companions of the Prophet ﷺ? Khadija radiallahu anha, who would participate in business, in trade and commerce. Anything else? Anybody else? Hafsa radiallahu anha was one of the people who collected the Quran. Every companion of the Prophet had a role. Now, sometimes some of his companions would try and stretch. They would try and do something they're not made to do. Anybody know any examples? Sorry? Nothing comes to your mind? Abu Dharr radiallahu anhu, the state of Medina expands. One of the Prophet's companions comes and asks him, O Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, make me a leader over one of your provinces. Abu Dharr radiallahu anhu. O Prophet of Allah, he says, make me a leader over this province. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Ya Abu Dharr, innaka da'if, you are too weak to do that. Your personality doesn't suit this kind of work. In fact, you are so not good at leadership, never judge between two people and don't even take charge of an orphan's money. You just do the things you're good at, please. Because if you enter the area of leadership and judgment and responsibility and custodianship, you're going to mess up. You're not built for this. Stay in your lane, do what you're great at doing. And so the Prophet ﷺ created a complementary society where each person found their calling and then went all in on the thing they were great at. And they used it for the service of Allah. And so we find ourselves that if you want to find your purpose in this life and your specific mission and calling, here is a step-by-step process. Number one, you have to be self-aware. You have to try different things, test yourself and find what are the unique qualities and skills that you find in yourself that nobody else has around you. Number two, test yourself until you find something called flow state, which is when you find time passes that you don't even realize it's passing. You're enjoying yourself so much, you don't even realize time is passing. This is the state. What you are doing in this state is what Allah created you to do. By the evidence of the Prophet ﷺ when he said, قُلْ اعْمَلُوا فَكُلٌّ مُيَسَّرٌ لِمَا خُلِقَ لَهُ. Do, try different things. You will find easy the things Allah created you to do. You'll just find it natural to you. This is step two. Step three. Once you find the thing that you are most inclined towards, comes most natural to you, comes most easy to you, now you have to hone and develop this skill. Invest in it with time and with money, with experience, with mentors, with apprentices, until you get to the level of mastering this skill. And never accept anything less than mastery. The Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَتَبَ الْإِحْسَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. Allah prescribed mastery and perfection in everything. فَإِذَا ذَبِحْتُمْ فَأَحْسِنُوا الذِّبْحَ. If you're a slaughterer, if you're a butcher, be a master butcher. He gives you an example. If you're going to be a butcher and you're going to slaughter animals, sharpen your knife and do a proper job. Rest the animal in peace by the mastery of your slaughter. Everybody should have a craft and be a master of your craft. Don't try to do what somebody else is good at. You do you. And if you're trying to do something you're terrible at and you're not made for, you're going to cause more harm than good. Just like Abu Dharr, when he wants to be a leader, the Prophet ﷺ said, no, you're not made for leadership. You do that thing instead, please. The Prophet ﷺ, he developed his Sahaba to be masters at what they did. Never ever allowed them to do something halfway. If you're going to be a scholar, be the best scholar there is. If you're going to be a horse rider, be the best rider. He would push them, he would challenge them until they reach a level of mastery and a level of ihsan, and he would never accept anything less than ihsan. So there is a journey to mastery, a journey to ihsan. Step 5. Use the skill you have developed for the sake of Allah. You have to look for a gap where you can slot in the Ummah. The Ummah has many gaps. Can somebody help me? Yeah. What else are the gaps you see in London now? what's happening right now in the UK, are there any gaps and challenges for the Muslim community where we need people? Go on, give me some then. Sorry? Financial advice, okay. People have money, they put it under the mattress, they don't know what to do with it. And money can be used for the sake of Allah. Good, what else? Family, what's the problem? Tell me the problem. Okay, divorce rates, broken families. We need people who can help support families and development of families. What else? What are the problems that you see around you? Muslims look up to the wrong people. They need more positive role models. What else? Crime? Give me more specific crime. What's the kind of crime that you see around here or in these areas or you hear about more often? Okay, right. You're saying the streets are dirty. Okay, you guys are laughing, but I'm telling you something, yeah? If uncle wakes up and he takes 10 of you young lads here with strength and energy, you spend your time watching TikTok in the evenings and cat videos on YouTube. If you instead spend one day cleaning up, what would the perception of Muslims be? Yeah, put it on social media, let people know we're doing good stuff. Okay, there's problems. You said crime, brother. Knife crime. Has anybody here done anything to help solve the knife crime problem? Is there Muslim on Muslim violence with knife crime? Yes. Who's going to solve it? In Arabic we say, Ammak, your uncle's going to come and solve it? Tera chacha aega? Who's going to solve it? Nobody is going to solve it if we don't do something about it. So now, I'm going to go with the step-by-step process, how to find your purpose, your specific mission, your specific calling. Step 1, you have to know yourself. You have to try different things. Step 2, you have to observe. When do I find something enjoyable, very natural to me? I'm better than others at it. Very naturally speaking, Allah created this skill and talent within me. Okay. Step 3, I found it. How do I become a master in this? How do I become the best in the world? The best in the country? What courses, what learning, what experience, what people do I need to go to learn how to master this thing and never accept anything less than ihsan and mastery. Step 4, now I've mastered this thing, or even while I'm mastering this thing, you have to look at the gaps around you and think, my skill, what gaps can it solve? You're into education, we need Muslim schools. You read people, you understand people well, we need family therapists. You're good with working with young people, we need to take young people off the streets, create a boxing or MMA gym, get them off the streets, clean up the streets and get them into the gym and get them off the knife crime. You have OCD, you like cleaning things, clean Green Street. Yeah? Clean Green Street. You have to look for a problem that only I can solve or I am naturally inclined to solve, go and solve it. And while you're doing that, and while you're there cleaning Green Street, and while you're there building the next Muslim school, and you're trying to solve the next council, the next divorce and prevent it, and you're trying to raise the next generation of young people, and you're convincing 2 warring gangs to put down their weapons, while you're doing that, realize something. You are in the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal. We define worship as salah, as ritual only. No. The greatest form of worship is to live every breath and every moment of your day knowing this is what Allah created me for and I'm serving Him through this.